Pickaxe.
There's a cat screaming in the background, and I hope that's not coming through the microphone. Yeah, that's our Christmas gift to you, screaming cat.
It's a festive sound, screaming
nice.
cat. The sound of chestnuts roasting on an open fire, the sound of reindeer hoofs on your roof, and the sound of a cat screaming. It's what you want to hear.
That's what Christmas is all about. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. It's actual Christmas Day at the time of the release of this episode as well.
Yeah.
So you better listen today. Otherwise, it's going to be out of date by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, should we release this on Christmas Eve? What do you think?
Well, you've said it's Christmas Day now.
I know, but we're God in this scenario.
We are God. Which is a very Christmassy thing to say. We are God.
We actually are God here.
Yeah.
So
it's our birthday today.
Yeah. No, it's actually the son of God's birthday, Peter.
Well, they're a trinity. So.
They're all the same guy.
Yeah.
Who is the Holy Spirit? Who is that guy?
It's just a ghost, I think. I don't know.
Some people do call it the Holy Ghost, but like, what is it? What is it? Does it have any lines in the Bible?
I think he came at the end and showed Scrooge the bit where Tiny Tim was dead, the possible future, and then Scrooge was like, "Oh, I don't want that," and then he woke up and bought a turkey, something like that. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's in one of the Gospels.
Tiny Tim's called Tiny Tim in the non-Muppets version as well, right?
He is, yeah.
Okay, because that just seems like whenever anyone says Tiny Tim, I picture that tiny frog, not the human boy.
It does seem like a Muppet name specifically, doesn't it?
A Charles Dickens original.
Yeah.
Do you think he would have liked the Muppets Christmas Carol?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You reckon? You don't think he would have seen it as like maybe making light or undermining the seriousness of the message of his book?
What, the fact that Bob Cratchit was played by a frog?
There's that, and there's also all the other felt people, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I think he would have been thoroughly opposed to it. Sacrilegious.
He might have been flattered that Michael Caine was in it, maybe. That's something.
Even he knows who Michael Caine is.
Yeah.
We had a fun... Well, yeah, last episode there was an audio problem. I don't think we can play it live on the podcast, but we can edit it in afterwards. But I had a serious malfunction with my microphone.
I think the Holy Ghost possessed you.
Yeah. It was the most horrifying thing ever. I had some microphone problems, and so we had to run it through like the Adobe podcast audio enhancer thing to try and make it salvageable. It worked great, but also had the secondhand effect of I had a little bit of Ben and Peter coming out my headphones and into the microphone, like just a tiny amount of audio. I guess the AI machine just heard that and thought, this isn't very loud. Let me make it louder and also try and imagine what's being said here. And it produced, I think, the most baffling, hilarious noises I've ever heard. It was just, I sent the audio over, and like the next day I get a message from you, Ben, like, this is hilarious, but I simply don't know what to do with it. What is going on?
No, it didn't make any sense, not just because occasionally there was Michael Johnson, and then you'd sort of morph into this monster weird thing, but also it didn't sync up with mine or Peter's audio at all. There were bits in there in the recording that, like, when you were normal you were saying things that were part of a conversation like 40 minutes earlier in the podcast. So not only did it garble it, but it basically just went on a spin cycle in the washing machine. None of it made sense.
That was a merry afternoon I spent fixing that problem. But now we're back, and I've got the old school microphone. The Yeti's back, baby. Trusty little boy. There we go. We'll play a clip now.
Been away now, it's the boogie whiskey you can hear some of the modern life where 30 days up to it. So I watched all of you. The old ball. I was to keep like soy. By the ometo, the BBT, the web page, that shit,
wow.
That was upsetting to hear again.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Didn't like
it. Definitely.
Which one did
It does go, son.
It does. Is that the one we played? Just for context.
Don't know. It's up
For
to you.
editing purposes,
You are
is that
God in this situation.
I am God in this situation. I think I played that one. That's the best one. We got loads of clips though.
Yeah. Release
Don't even worry about it.
Release the tongues. The tongues cut.
If I'd managed to edit that podcast together with that audio file, I would have done, because Peter and I would have just been listening politely to just an AI trying to talk to us.
And then just sort of laughing when it makes a joke that no one can understand. And we'd be responding to it. It would be good.
So good. I don't suppose you guys want to... It's a bit cold out here. We stood outside doing this opening, this cold open.
Hey.
Do you want to head inside? Since there's no place to go, let it snow. The fire is so delightful, etc. You better watch out.
Do you think Kevin could sing us a nice carol, perhaps?
I don't know. I think it would sound like that clip we just played.
Maybe.
We should try and run the theme song through the AI thing and see what is.
Oh God, I don't want to do that.
Treat. Well, take it away in a manger, Kevin.
Go on, Kev. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Podiots, the official Vidiots podcast. It's a conversational podcast where we take some questions from you at home and obey the law of the three Rs, where everybody brings a thing along to talk about. I'm Ben.
I'm Peter.
And I'm Michael.
I'm deciding it's Christmas Eve. How do you guys feel about that?
I agree. I think Christmas Eve's the one.
All right.
Are you excited for Christmas, boys?
Sure, yeah, always.
Yeah. What toys are you most wanting, Michael Johnson?
Genuinely, the one thing I've asked for Christmas is a fancy set of Allen keys.
Oh, this guy, he owns a bicycle.
Oh yeah, I'm getting the holy grail of Allen keys. Hopefully, we'll see if Santa treats me. That's the one thing on my list. You got any special requests?
Yeah, what are you asking for, Ben?
Me, I asked for a clothes horse that plugs into the wall and then it's heated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very premium.
A fire hazard is what I've requested specifically. That's what I'd like. I ask for such boring shit now. It makes me sad. I still put like a video game on there, maybe. But, long gone are the days of the Argos catalogue. It's socks. Just get me some alcohol or a voucher, and I need this household appliance that I've been holding off on buying for some reason. So
why did Father Christmas always need the catalogue number? That's what I don't understand. That really was very strange that he wanted that writing down on the list as well.
Yeah, weird.
It does sound like a bloody good idea, though. Why not, as adults, can we not look through the IKEA catalogue? Even if we buy boring stuff, at least you're looking through the IKEA catalogue, circling things.
That would be good.
Shout. What about you, Peter? What have you asked Father Christmas for?
I've asked for Big Mug from the
Big Mug.
Big Mug. It's a conspiracy by Big Mug. We have lots of mugs in our house because we do drink a lot of tea. But I really like a gigantic hot drink when I have one. Could do with one right now. I mean, you say it's Christmas Eve. Those who have been following Triple Jump over the past few weeks, we're kind of dating the recording here because I still sound like this. Just for those who are not aware, if you're a Podiots fan but not so much an extracurricular fan, I have had the flu. I've coughed a lot. I feel fine now, but I sound sexy. Funny. Yeah, well, sexy. That's what you think, and that's your words, not mine. But I feel like I should address that at the top of the podcast before we go any further.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has been Tat Week this week,
and
that was. Mikey, guess what? You'll never guess what was in one of the Tat boxes.
Oh, what could it possibly be?
It was a fucking wasp.
Alive.
What?
Yes.
A wasp.
There was a wasp in a box that somebody sent us, not on purpose, but it was there.
Okay, so it wasn't just a wasp in a box.
No,
it wasn't just one box with a wasp in it.
No.
Oh my God.
Like a ring box with a wasp in. No,
how long had that thing been alive in there for? What the hell?
Well, they do that, don't they? I think they can hibernate over the winter. I think sometimes they die and sometimes they just sort of go into power saver mode and sit in a box or whatever, sit in your loft, and it was sitting in this box.
Nobody got stung. It was an all-time Tata Peel moment. Finding a wasp in a box.
No one's ever seen a wasp in a box before.
Never happened before. Hopefully will never happen again. Please don't send us wasps. Thank you. Thank you in advance. Also, at the time of recording, we haven't done it yet. It's happening in a couple of days' time. But we can only assume that it was a huge success, the reunion stream in mid-December. So thank you very much to everyone who came along, gave so generously to charity, took part in the auction, and just had a merry old time with us. The full VOD, I assume, is on the channel now, if you want to go check it out. What I would like to know, though, is what Michael Johnson's been up to for the past month. You done anything? What's going on? Tell me now.
Oh God, I've got nothing to share. I've been working a lot. That's it. I've been working a lot of late nights. I've been working on a new showreel for the company I work for, and those things. I've never spent so much time on 1 minute of video in my life, but it's a lovely little thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's been cold, so I'm not going out as much. It's dark, so I don't want to go out as much. I'm just kind of sat, festering, watching Taskmaster. The rot. I like Taskmaster, but it definitely feels like it's become the rot program. Like, it's all right, Taskmaster again. Here we go. I need a break. I need some new outlets.
It's always on when you need it. It's like Four in a Bed. If it's a Sunday and you turn the TV on, Four in a Bed is on somewhere.
What's Four in a Bed, please?
Four in a Bed. It's on one of the the sort of 20s to 30s channels on Freeview. It's not a premium channel thing, but it's not at the bottom of the list. Four in a Bed, the reason it's always on is because they do about 5 episodes that are all shared. It's like Come Dine With Me, where they do 1 episode per person in a group of 5, and it's people who own B&Bs, and they go and stay in each other's B&Bs and rate each other.
It's not sexual then.
No, I mean, it sounds like it. Yeah, it would be better if it was, but
that's disappointing.
It's terrible. It's the worst people ever. And what they do is, someone will have the other B&B owners to their B&B, and they'll have the room all like as nice as they can possibly get it, and the person will be shown to their room, and they're like, "Oh, thank you very much, thank you," and they'll say, "Oh yeah, well, enjoy your room. I'll see you later," and shut them into their room, and then they will take the mattress off the bed. They'll rub their hands across the top of the wardrobe, looking.
Do they check if someone's pissed the bed before they've arrived?
Well, yeah,
you should do that.
They check things you would never think of. It's like a nicely made bed. It's all immaculate. You could bounce a penny off it, and they tear it apart looking for a single pube, and they find it. They always find the pube.
If it's there, they'll find it.
Yeah. Anyway, there's loads of that. It's on constantly all week on some channel or other.
Sounds brilliant.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing. So is that what you've been up to, Peter? Just Four in a Bed, yeah?
I've not watched it in years, but I'm just aware that it's one of those programs that you can always guarantee is on at some point. What have I been doing? It's been One in a Bed for me for 3 days straight at one point. Just on Lemsip and stuff. But, apart from that, been fine. Did
you go anywhere? Did you do anything?
Dodging wasps. No, I didn't. I didn't really do anything. Not really.
Did you not go on holiday?
Oh yeah, well, there's that. I forgot that it's a monthly show now. I was like, it's been 2 weeks. I've been ill for 2 weeks, so I've not done anything. No, I've been away, but maybe my thing today will involve in some way the trip that I've been on. So all I'll say is I went to Bath and then down to Exeter as well before we came back, just while we were down there, because we know someone in Exeter we wanted to see. And we had a mostly very nice time.
Mostly interesting.
More on that later.
Oh, goodness me.
How about you? What have you been up to, Ben, for the past month?
I went to Budapest for the first time.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, never been there before. Beautiful city. Lovely history. I'm going to give you the headline of this thing that happened, and then I'm going to very quickly explain that actually the truth to it isn't that exciting or salacious, but it makes for a hell of a headline anecdote. Are you ready? I got told off in a Holocaust museum.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah. It sounds bad, doesn't it? Do you want to know what I did?
What did you do?
I had a drink of my Diet Coke in the Holocaust Museum, and that's not allowed. Yeah, I didn't know. There was no sign. And a woman came out about 2 minutes after and obviously everyone's really quiet. And there weren't that many people in there. They were walking around very respectfully, reading all the plaques and stuff. And she, like a bat out of hell. I heard someone just like scurrying in through the door and like marching around, and I was like, I wonder what's going on. And then she spotted that I had a Diet Coke in my back pocket, and she said, "No drinking, please." And I said, "Okay," and then she left, and that was it.
Right.
She saw me on the cameras.
Yeah.
No
having a sip of my Diet Coke, so I felt very sheepish about that.
No drinking, please.
Did she call you out like in front of everyone loudly, or was it a quiet like, "Sir, no drinking"?
Well, she didn't say it quietly, but also there weren't that many people there, so it wasn't. It could have been worse, but that's something that I don't want to ever have to repeat.
Especially not in the Holocaust Museum.
No, there's not. I don't think there's actually a worse place that could have happened. So I've ticked that off now. Don't have to do that again in my entire life, which is great. Glad I got that out of the way now. The rest of the city was beautiful, though. They have these heated baths from a natural hot fissure, and that was pretty crazy. And I just had a lovely time. Ate loads of food, drank loads of alcohol, got some cool bars there, and did loads of walking and came back like 10 times more tired than when I left. You know, just the usual.
That's
Standard holiday, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works. So went on a little adventure, and that was really fun. So that's what I've been up to. But very excited for Christmas. And you know who else is excited for Christmas?
Who?
The people who contributed to the Pod Squad this month.
Squad.
That's who.
They are.
If you go to podiots.com, donate £3 or more, you get a shout out at the beginning and the end of the next episode of Podiots. You support what we're doing here, and you join Pod Squad for that week. I'd just like to apologise. I'm actually like rubbing my face an awful lot. It's because there's a cat here, and there's, you know, when the cat fur gets on your face, and even when you get the cat fur off your face, it's still like tickling like mad. I don't know where this phantom cat fur is, but it's driving me crazy. Anyway, Mikey, can you tell us who the first group of pod squatters are, please?
I would love to. We begin with the generous Festive Bumpis. They say, "Hello, boys. I've had a shitter of a year, and I can't thank you all enough for being there to distract me with tales of birds stuck in supermarkets, ridiculous news stories, 90s kids TV presenters, and the odd Bumpis. Keys. It's actually... Tangentially, to go on the topic of birds stuck in supermarkets, during our charity live stream, we launched a new piece of merch. It's birds in supermarkets themed. So go check it out. It's on a hoodie as well, so you can stay warm for Christmas.
Vidiotsofficial.com.
Check it out. Anyway, that plug comes later, but I thought I'd just mention it now. We continue with Anonymous. Bravey Gay. Corrosion wants petrol for Xmas. Podiots presents North Korea. Caroline, why is there cool? Don Echo 7 and Yule Frogley. Thank you.
We've also got Caroline, the turkey is dry. Merry Christ, Mr. Black. Stephen Skodes, Peter gets hit by a sleigh. Old Greg loves Santa. Kerry Mristman Freddy, Lord Chris Kindovich, and Mr. Blobby's Sloppy Nobby.
Beautiful. Finally, we have Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous. The very generous Prince Beefcakes, who said, "Merry holidays, y'all. Just wanted to say that while I used to work at Home Depot, ancestral home of Boppis," it says in brackets, "I now work for a rental car company where I'm constantly stopping myself from saying keys every single time I hand out car keys. Love you, bye." Thank you.
Brilliant.
Prince Beefcakes. We've also got Mikey Johnson's Plop Trumps. Nice. I saw Mommy shid on Santa Claus. The very generous Hetty Bobetti, who said, "Hello, boys. Hope you all have a great Christmas. So glad Podiots is back. I will be here forever lurking, even if I don't donate." Question mark. Mikey, I feel your pain. I have a couple of shit stories that are too long to put here. You'll just have to trust me. Hetty.
That's the beauty of shit stories. They're all kind of the same. So I can fill in the blanks. I hope you're recovering.
The story is, I shit myself. Full stop.
And finally, we have Mr. Macca, Anonymous, Chegg Winter Wonkaland, and Fiddle the Dickle until Coombe. Thank you so much, Pod Squad. That's your Pod Squad for this festive season. Thank you so much, guys. Podiots.com. £3 or more to get a shout out at the beginning and the end of the next episode. And you support us. You support the thing that you enjoy. Thank you very much. Do you guys have a favourite out of those?
It's not Christmassy, but Bravey Gay got me. I don't know why.
Yeah, that was the one, actually.
Gay.
I think that might be the best one. Yeah.
They're all good. They're all
was
good.
Gravy Bay this year?
No, it can't have been. Oh, was it? When did we go
No.
see Brian?
When did we see Brian?
Was it like late? Oh my God, when was Brian?
What is Brian?
Was it?
That must have been late last
springtime?
year. Oh.
Was it here?
I don't know. I actually have on this PC. Oh no, it's on a hard drive. I think separate drive. I've got all my photos, including those, and I would know what date it was if I could.
Yeah, I've
pull
got
them
it.
up,
27th of September, 2023.
Oh, wow.
Oh
Okay.
wow! God, Jesus,
Over a year
whole
ago.
year ago. That's
God.
kind of disgusting. Actually, I thought it was this year for a second. Thank you very much, Pod Squad. Mikey, did you pick one? You like Bravey Gay?
I do like Bravey Gays.
I think I do as well. Bravey K is good.
I'm going to go with Peter gets hit by a sleigh.
Also, I saw Mommy shit on Santa Claus. Took me by surprise. So,
Yes. That is certainly one of the names that we got today. Thank you very much, Pod Squad. Also, Podiots Presents North Korea. Their donation had a link to a Google Maps, which takes me to Podiots Presents Pongchun Park, which I believe it's in North Korea. Yes,
In North Korea.
There we
Okay.
are. We are now in North Korea somewhere.
Excellent.
Amazing.
Wow,
There
there's
we go.
still a lot of them on Google Maps. Holy shit.
They've not done anything to stop it. Surely it would actually be really, really easy to just say anything that contains the words Podiots Presents.
Yeah.
Remove that pin. But no.
Nah.
It means we must never stop. Never ever stop. Wonderful. Well, Mikey, you are in charge of questions and things today. So what would you like to do?
Oh, I would actually like, Ben, for you to start with your listener-submitted thing, if you don't mind.
That I certainly can do. Give me 1 second. This comes to us courtesy of, I believe it was Greg Miller. I'm having to click things with my left hand, which is a challenge. It is from... No, where is it? Hello? It is from Greg Miller on Twitter, at GregMill2290. This is an article from the BBC. The headline reads... Owner says ugly cat does not need rescuing.
Oh.
Oh no.
A pet owner...
It's ugliness.
Itself, yes.
I think so, because it looks like it needs help. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
And it's a bit of a goblin cat, but it's quite cute as well. Hang on, let me just browse it here. Here is the cat in question. I will now tell you what's going
a bit
on.
scary.
It does look like it needs help, yeah.
A pet owner has made a plea for people to stop taking her ugly cat because they think it needs help. Michelle Lava lives on a boat on the Grand Union Canal in Hertfordshire and has to regularly convince well-meaning people that her Cornish Rex cat Lulu does not need to be rescued. On some occasions, people have tried to take Lulu while her owner was trying to convince them that she is fine from the boat. She's a very unusual-looking cat, Mrs. Lava said, adding, a lot of people think she has been shaved or she's abused or is a stray, despite the fact that she has an Apple AirTag, a QR code, and she's got my name on her. She said, One time I was in Australia, I was getting phone calls to say, I found your cat, and I was like, just put her down. I assume that means, like, don't pick her up, not...
Oh, yeah,
Not
geez,
you,
don't say that on the
Put it
phone.
down, yeah.
That's a bad thing to say. Took me by surprise. A Cornish Rex has long legs, big ears, and short curly hair. I'm not going to lie, they're ugly as sin, Miss Lava admitted. Now, whenever the cat owner moves her boat, she posts on local Facebook pages to introduce herself and ask people not to take the cat. She added, she's such a celebrity now, people come to take photos with her and post her on Facebook. Miss Lava said, friendly Lulu enjoyed the attention and could approach strangers who mistook her for a stray that needed rehoming. Lulu's vet has also been made aware of the issue, as some people have found Lulu near her boat and tried to take her to a vet to find her home. I understand it comes from caring, but it gets quite stressful when I'm working, the owner said.
Fair.
There's another picture of Lulu. There she is.
Give us another one.
She's beautiful. She's a beautiful sort of bat.
She looks
That's a
quite
slightly
polite
more
there.
moody picture. It's like
Sort of
a
a
go in a
rodent.
magazine.
A rodent cat. There we are. Yeah, lovely. So please don't take Lulu home.
Oh my god!
If you find Lulu, she's fine. Okay,
Just put her down.
Despite that third photo, she is fine.
she's
promise.
fine, guys. She's fine.
She's just a little weird looking. Oh. Amazing. Thank you very much, Ben.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ben.
Peter,
Yes.
I would love to hear your festive thing.
Well, I will tell it to you right now. It's slightly tenuous, the festive aspect to it. It does have a festive thread, sort of occasionally sticking its head in and saying, "Is it okay?" That's how festive it is. That's my impression of how festive it is. But I hope you enjoy it nonetheless. So I have been to Bath for a nice trip. While I was there, I wasn't able to make it the ultimate nice trip because I didn't see Michael Johnson, which was a real shame.
No.
But we were busy walking around, seeing things and doing things and getting tired feet. But hey, next time I will do the ultimate thing. I'll have the full Bath experience. However, definitely on one of the days, we would have had a much better time if we'd just gone and hung out with Michael Johnson. I'm going to tell you about that right now.
Oh, no.
Oh my.
No shit pant, please.
Yeah, did you
No,
shit?
no shit. No, this story contains zero shit. Well, it's close. No.
Oh, no.
Well, you'll see what I mean by that. There's no shit pant. So I've written this up for you, and I'm gonna read it now.
Okay.
On our third day in Bath, we wandered into the centre to do a bit of Christmas shopping.
Oh.
The decorations were out, the streets were bustling, the vibes, as Ashton Matthews would say, were good. Good vibes.
Good. Okay.
Of course, spending too much money on gifts for people that you don't like that much is in fact hungry and thirsty work. So before long, we found ourselves wishing to whet our whistles and scoff some scran.
No.
To the eateries, shouted none of us, because we don't speak like that. But we did indeed move in the direction that looked like it promised eateries. The first few places we tried were busy, but eventually we came across a cafe with a decent-looking festive menu in the window and no sign of crowds inside, so we decided to give it a try. Within moments of entering the establishment, however, we all simultaneously experienced that all-too-familiar sense of, oh, no, this isn't at all what I was imagining it would be like. The room was incredibly hot with steamed up windows. The 3 members of staff, all behind the counter, who were wearing antler headbands, seemed stressed and confused, despite the almost empty room, and there were no proper tables to sit at, only a very thin breakfast bar-style ledge along one wall and a series of wooden crates, actual big wooden crates to perch on, lined with tinsel to make them festive.
Oh, great.
Lovely.
Unfortunately, though, we had already been spotted by one of the staff. She glanced over, beamed a smile at us, and asked us what she could get us. We are British, and therefore we were trapped.
It's a verbal contract now you've signed. You can't
It is,
leave.
yes. No sooner had we opened our mouths, though, to give her an answer, than the lady interjected and let us know that the kitchen was now closed, despite it not even being what one might call mid-afternoon, and that the only food available was the stuff in the cake display. Now, this might have been a good excuse to say, oh, no worries, thanks anyway, and leave. But with every one of us hoping that someone else in the group would take the lead on that, the opportunity soon passed us by, and we immediately reached that point where we all felt obliged to simply say, cake will be fine.
Oh, that's not sustenance.
No, it's not. It was only then that we noticed that every one of the cakes, none of which had a look about them that obviously suggested what sort of cake they actually were, all had unhelpfully novelty Christmas names. Sacker Coal, Frightful Weather, Merry Christmas. What in the name of fuck were any of these cakes? Only one of them was obvious. The Rudolph's Carrot Cake was definitely carrot cake. It looked like carrot cake, and its name included the words carrot cake. Sadly, None of us like carrot cake.
Oh, man. What if it was made out of reindeer?
Oh, could have been. Like a meatloaf,
Ooh,
maybe.
Yummy.
Fortunately, one of the friends we were on the trip with in our group was sharp enough to notice that the menus listed not only the cake names visible in the display, but also what the fuck they actually were as well. Are we alright to sit down and have a quick look through? My friend asked. Bizarrely, the woman's reaction was almost an expression of pain. Yeah, no problem at all, she winced. But, there was a pause. Would it be okay if when you've decided that you actually come back to the counter to order? We can't take orders at the table, I'm really sorry. It was as though no cafe in history had ever had a policy of order at the counter, and she was really embarrassed by it. Add to this the fact that the whole time all of this had been going on, all three of the staff had been sort of dashing around in the space behind the counter, but seemingly not doing anything specific except wearing the expressions of people who didn't even know what a cafe was, and yet had been entrusted with managing the bomb cafe with a bomb under it that will explode if you don't do an amazing job of managing the bomb cafe. Yeah, no problem, we'll order at the counter, came our reply. We each picked a crate over by the breakfast bar and sat down. One couple were already sitting there, and only one crate remained by the time we'd all taken our places. At that very moment, the door opened, and an old lady doddered into the cafe and looked about the room. She then turned to the staff at the counter and said, "I'll order in a moment, I'm just waiting for my friend." "Oh, okay, 2 of you, is it?" said one of the staff. "Yes, that's right," said the woman. "Oh, okay. We don't actually have 2 free seats at the bar, but we do have a table in the basement, if you'd like that. It's just down those stairs," she said, gesturing to the most sinister-looking basement steps I've ever seen in my life. "Oh, I'm not sure I can really manage... Her voice trailed off anxiously.
Oh.
I took this opportunity to get a good look at the old lady's face, making a mental note of some of her features, knowing that in a few hours I would likely have to describe her to the police officers investigating her death, or potentially even identify her remains. Then I looked at the cellar entrance. It was a great demonic maw that easily had the capacity to bring our cake stop to a grisly end, but we were still British, and it was time to do the right thing and offer the lady our table, and we would sacrifice ourselves to the basement gods.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Before we could even offer, though, and 2 of us were literally starting to utter the sentence, the 3rd member of staff, who had so far been quiet, looked over at us and simply said, in the tone of a slightly frustrated schoolteacher with antlers on her head, "Could you guys go downstairs, please? This lady needs your seats."
I'd leave at that point. Don't talk to me like that.
We exchanged some stifled laughs amongst ourselves and then agreed, slowly making our way down the concrete steps into a very small underground room with bare, unplastered walls. It smelled musty. On the floor, in the corner, was a crumpled banner that from where we were standing simply said, "We wish you a me." It was folded. On the left side of the tiny space was a single cafe table adorned with numerous salt and pepper shakers and one menu, with one side lined with a bench set into the wall and the other furnished with 2 chairs. Over to the right, less than 2 meters from the table, sitting by an alcove that we later found contained the door to the toilets, were 3 clear plastic bin bags full of rubbish, not even tied off at the top. Open rubbish bags by the loos next to our table in this, the sex and murder dungeon of the bomb cafe. We all sat down, looked at each other, smirking, and did our best not to laugh, knowing full well we would be heard upstairs, despite the ongoing chaotic pacing of the staff behind the counter. It was only after spending the next 5 minutes whispering to each other about the absolute state of this place that a 4th member of staff emerged like a fucking shark from the alcove that led to the toilets and sauntered upstairs without saying anything. She had not come out of the toilet. The door had not moved. She had simply been standing there, presumably just straight up eavesdropping on our conversation.
What the fuck?
This was our limit. We packed up, went out into the street, and found a lovely old man selling mulled wine. We drank some mulled wine and had a nice rest of the day. Yum, yum.
Oh my God.
So that was my very festive day, Christmas shopping in Bath.
Wow, and Bath's supposed to be lovely. I mean, the Christmas market's nice.
Hey, it was.
I think you found the one bad place in Bath.
We did. Bath was lovely the whole time we were there, and the Christmas market was really, really good. And we had some really nice. We had mulled wine on more than one day, and at the Christmas market, I had this like hot spiced apple juice. It was really nice. So, hey, we had a fantastic time in Bath. In spite of our strange encounter in the cafe in the basement.
That's so weird.
It was really weird, yeah. They didn't know what was going on. All they knew is that they wanted to give us a horrible time, seemingly. But I hope the old lady had a wonderful day at the breakfast bar on her crate.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't understand how... I just don't get why people would go back to a place like that, or how a place like that would ever have any business. And I get maybe it's not the best job in the world, but there's like a minimum requirement to be pleasant to people. Mm-hmm. I had a very it's not similar in the slightest, but when I was coming back from Budapest, I went through the airport, went to a WH Smith, paid for like a bottle of water, and the young woman behind the till like didn't make eye contact at all. And then I held up my hand to take my receipt, and she just dropped it on the till in front of her and didn't even look at me. And I was like, it's so fucking easy to not be an asshole to people. Yeah. I don't get it.
I give people who work at airports a pass. I think that's my nightmare job, working in a WH
Oh
Smith
yeah, it sucks.
Airport.
But the thing is, I don't want to be in the airport either. All right, so let's try and get along.
Let's just get through this together.
But you are right, Mikey. Like, not only are you in a retail job working at WH Smith's, but you're in an airport as well. Must be even worse if you work airside, because I think they have to go through security every day just to go and do their job.
Just to sell £6 sandwiches and £5 packets of crisps.
Yeah.
Everyone's using the self-service tills wrong, etc. God,
I'm really curious about this place you went to for lunch, Peter. I want to look it up and find some Google reviews.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't want to dox. I don't want to dox it on the podcast. So could you type it into Discord?
I don't remember off the top of my head where it was, but if I wander around on Street View, I might be able to find it. I should have written down the name actually, but because I immediately thought this is going on Podiots, but I didn't actually have the foresight to make a note of the name. Let me look, see if I can find it.
I'm really curious like what the reviews are. Either they're all lying 5 stars, or they're all equally like, yeah, we stayed in the rat cellar with the open bin bags. It was awful.
Yeah, I might have to get back to you because I won't find it immediately, I don't think. But I can be looking while we continue with the podcast, if you like.
We'll save it as a treat for towards the end of the podcast.
Yeah. But there we go. That's my festive thing.
Thank you very much, Peter. Sorry you had to go through that.
Oh, that's okay. It was quite entertaining. I think the reason we stayed when they were like, "Can you go downstairs, please? This lady needs your seat." We were like, "This is quite funny. Let's see where this goes."
I'm glad you backed out before actually getting food, though. Like you were there way longer than you should have been, but at least you got out of there. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Peter.
Thank you.
We are going to move on to my viewer submitted thing, and in this edition, it's some questions from the viewers. Ooh. Got a load in front of me, so I'm gonna rattle off a few fun ones. A lot of them are quite festive, so let's see what we've got. Have you seen the price of cools? Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Very good.
This is from, that was from Samuel Benson 98. This one's from Corrosion Audio. What's the weirdest Christmas dinner you've ever had? Have you ever had a weird Christmas dinner?
No, I don't think so. Apart from maybe a school, the roast dinners you could get at school, and they made a big deal out of it, and they sat everyone at those horrible tables, and you had to pay in advance in order to get it, and you'd get like a time slot because everyone from every year got a chance, so they'd have to cycle throughout the day. And it was like the driest roast potato. It was just a bad roast dinner, really. That's the closest to weird, I suppose.
Christmas school dinners at Christmas. It's always like it's a roast, but the vegetables aren't roasted. They're just like boiled in water, so they're all sad and pathetic.
Yeah.
The tray bake stuffing is your square of stuffing.
Don't think I ever had a roast dinner at school. I generally didn't have even have school dinners. I used to take food in instead. But
me too. It was a special treat in inverted commas. The special treat.
I think. There was one Christmas. I can't remember why, but my parents just couldn't be bothered making Christmas dinner that year, so we had like a curry on Christmas Day, and it really felt wrong. It was nice. Okay. I like curry, but it's not quite the same eating a curry in a little paper hat, is it? It's just not the same.
I suppose not.
Yeah, my parents once had a Christmas dinner where it was the two of them and then just my sister, so it was just the three people. And at the time, my sister was vegan, and I don't think my mum quite knew what to make. And also, they were like, "Oh, even if we did buy a turkey, that's a lot for you don't need a whole turkey. I guess you maybe get a chicken or something." And in the end, she was like, "I'm just going to make a spaghetti thing." So she just she got her Gino de Campo book out, and they had spaghetti on Christmas Day. I wasn't there. I was at the in-laws for full Christmas dinner, and I was glad.
I would have kicked off if someone gave me spaghetti on Christmas Day.
Me too. I was like, well, if you guys are enjoying it, great, but I would not
keep it away from me.
Yeah.
Thank you. We continue. Count John asks, "What is the one thing you wanted from Santa but never got?"
I did keep asking for a dog, and one year I got just like a stuffed, like a plushie, a teddy dog, which felt almost more insulting than not receiving a dog at all. Like, you said a dog? I got you.
Technically, you've got one now.
Yeah.
I think mine was I did get a Wii eventually, but it was many years later with my own money. But I really wanted a Wii for Christmas, and my parents wouldn't get me it. And I think this was in the height of it when it was just even impossible to buy.
It was
I was quite
ages.
upset about that.
I feel like I've given this answer before. I'm not sure where though, but I wanted a wrestling bedspread. I wanted Stone Cold Steve Austin on my bed, and my parents, their response was, "No, that's silly. We're not doing that." So I never got it. Never got one. Yeah.
I had a Pod Racer bedspread.
Pod Racer. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I had a Simpsons one. It was pretty cool.
Nice. I had a Spider-Man one. That was awesome. Loved that. But I wanted a half-naked man on my on my bed sheets, and I wasn't allowed. So never mind.
Boo.
It's weird that you just reach a certain, or maybe none of us ever reached the age truly, but all through your childhoods, like you have some kind of cool bedspread. Even when I was at uni, I had a double bedspread, but it was like Dennis the Menace, like I thought it was really cool. I thought it was quite interesting, and then you reach an age, and it's like you can't have fun bedspreads anymore. No. I mean, you can, but do you? Would you?
I've got a dinosaur bedspread, but it's a bit more. Yeah, it's a bit more artistic though. It's not like funky colors, cartoon dinosaurs. It's like it's grey and it's got some plants and it's got some dinosaur shapes on it. It's like an adult's dinosaur thing.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm distracted now. I'm on Amazon looking at what children's bedspreads there is. Paw Patrol would be pretty cool. I do love Paw Patrol.
Do you love Paw Patrol?
Maybe I will treat myself.
Probably a lot of Fortnite ones.
Oh, hell yeah. Nice. I'm going to be gaming this Christmas. All right, that's going on my Christmas list. Santa, please. Harathbone asks, favorite type of potato for a Christmas dinner? Well, there's not that many forms of Christmas potato, is there? Is it mashed and roasted?
Yeah, I guess so.
He's not asking, they're not asking for like type of potato, are they? Like a King Edward's potato? Because I wouldn't know what the answer to that would be.
No, I don't either.
I'll just get the one in the bag. Yeah, I think it's roast. It's roast potato.
It's got to be roast.
It's got to be roast for sure.
Sycophants prefer mash, and they're wrong. I don't mind having both options, but if it's roast every day, roast potatoes all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will always have both if possible. I think I will be making both this Christmas for myself because I'm doubling up on potato, baby. It's Christmas.
Oh yeah, man, do it.
Yeah. Can't find this cafe.
Maybe it was a
Did it
fiction of your
actually
imagination.
exist?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
Do you reckon it was
some
like a
kind of-
pop-up shop and that's why they were so stressed?
Maybe they'd opened that day and they've treated people so badly that it's now gone.
Well,
Perhaps
that's what you get.
Yeah.
Ugly Freaking Bug asks, what is the worst Christmas film?
I haven't seen that many Christmas films.
No, I don't think I have.
It's never been part of my Christmas experience.
I think Jack Frost was my least favorite as a child, and that was my dad bought a pirate copy of it, and it was a really, really crap quality copy.
Good.
And just like, have you ever seen the snowman from that film?
I've seen the
Yeah, I
trailer or
think I
like
have.
stills. I remember seeing it in like before VHSs at the time. You know, you're watching a movie and there'd be an advert for that. Who's he played by again?
Oh, it's someone famous.
Yeah, it's like Bill Murray or someone
he's
like
scary
that.
looking, that Jack Frost.
Yeah, that's-
He's frightening.
It's just not right. No, fuck that. Who plays
Fuck
the
that.
snowman? We don't know. But anyway, yeah, it just creeped me out. I don't think I finished watching it. I just couldn't. And yeah, so screw that film. I'm looking through the questions. We'll get one more in. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
Who is it going to be,
still
Mikey?
deciding.
Come on.
I'm deciding.
gonna be?
I'm finding the best one. Oh,
You can just
there's a
quickfire
lot.
them if
I'll
you
fill
want,
by
Mikey.
saying-
You don't have to select them.
There's about 40 of them. I do have to select them.
I can fill by saying that I don't think Elf is a bad movie, but I think it's a little tiny bit overrated. I think
Yeah.
people go absolutely nuts for Elf, like it's the greatest Christmas film of all time, and I think it's just a Christmas film. Shrug, big shrug.
Yeah, I think
It's just a Christmas film.
it was my favorite for years, but then I think it just got overplayed and I got sick of it.
Yeah,
And yeah,
well,
yeah,
that can do
it's
that.
too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. All right, last one from Kaplunk Cheek. Eggnog or egg not? Have you ever tried eggnog?
No.
What?
I haven't actually. I'm not even sure what it tastes like.
We made Juggernog that time.
Oh yeah, we
And
did.
that was
Did we actually
really-
put eggnog in it though?
I
think
don't know.
did,
We sort of made it out of the same constituent ingredients, and it was just like a sugary alcoholic milkshake. And I mean, that's tasty, but I've never had actual eggnog.
No, I've always wanted to try it, but I don't think it's very, very vegan. by the
Probably
sounds
not.
of
No,
it.
it'd struggle with that one.
Egg's not vegan. Neither is nog. What is nog? Where does the nog come from?
You can't
I think
find
it's like,
plant-based nog for love nor money.
actually, I'm
What's
sure.
the etymology of eggnog? I'm curious now.
I think
It's like,
Eggwood
have you had
Nostradamus.
Advocat before? The kind of vodka.
I've had it
milky
in because you put it in a snowball, don't you? I think.
Yeah. I think it's similar to that, but more eggy and more noggy.
Yeah. The nog may come from grog, a historic term for watered down rum.
Oh,
And then grog became nog.
Yeah, apparently.
weird.
Egg grog. Ugh, no, thank you. Oh yeah.
Oh, it
I
may
would
have
like
also
to try
come
it.
from noggins, which were small wooden mugs. which
Noggins.
presumably they
I
drank
like
the
it.
nog out of.
That's cute.
I enjoy
Right, I'll take
noggins as a
that.
word.
Bring out the Christmas noggins.
Hello, noggins. It's Granny Noggins.
Oh, but no, I'm not going to do one more because you'll get the deciding song as I pick through them. No, will I? Oh God, I'm doing it.
Here he goes. You can hear his
Oh,
brain
God,
working in
this-
real time.
Oh, you see the brain ticking as my eyes flicker. Oh no, I've closed the window.
Oh, well, that decides it then.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. That's your lot. That's your Christmas lot. Merry Christmas. Thank you, everyone, for your wonderful
Merry Christmas
questions.
to all 40 of those people.
I'm still in charge. Don't ever put me in charge of things. It's a nightmare. Next up,
can do it.
we've got Ben
Yeah.
with your own thingaling.
I have got a Christmas thingaling. Now, I decided to do a quiz. Well, it's sort of a quiz. It's one of my favorite formats for Podiots, which is this real or is this not real? But it's not the Onion game. It is instead, is this a real Hallmark rom-com Christmas movie or have I made it up?
Okay.
Because I know that we all loved Hot Frosty, that film that came to Netflix recently where the snowman becomes a real man and fucks a human woman. And we talked a lot in our group chat about how brilliant and profoundly moving it was as a piece of cinema. And I thought maybe this would be a nice thing to do, to test your knowledge of Christmas-themed shite rom-coms. So
I'd quite like Jack Frost from the Jack Frost movie to come alive and fuck a human woman. I think that would be
the thing is, though,
far more entertaining.
It's upsetting because he comes alive as a snowman, whereas Hot Frosty turned into a human man. Whereas Jack Frost, I think that would be, I don't know, I think there'd be some compatibility issues, anatomy-wise, potentially would be an issue. Anyway, we can all think about it and maybe write it ourselves for the next Christmas. So in front of me, I've got a selection of names of Christmas-themed rom-coms. I'm going to give you them one by one. I would like you to tell me if it's a real one or if it's a fake one. Are you prepared for the first one?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
First one is, it's Christmas, Carol. It's Christmas, Carol.
Oh, God.
With an exclamation mark on the end and everything. It's Christmas, Carol.
It seems a bit too obvious. I'm going to say that's fake.
I'm going to say that's real because Hallmark films are obvious and awful.
Yeah, they are. You're right.
This movie is real. It came out in 2012. The synopsis is as follows. Instead of focusing on Ebenezer Scrooge, this modern version of A Christmas Carol follows heartless publishing executive Carol as she's confronted by Christmas's past, present, and future to see if she can change her ways in time for this year's holiday.
Right.
God, dire.
Next one. Ho, ho, hoing it up for Christmas.
Surely not.
Yeah.
But it could.
It could be.
Could be.
I'll say that's fake as well.
Yeah, I want to say fake for that. Hallmark, it's supposed to be, it's family, it's for the family.
Yes, that's not wholesome enough. But you're going to say it's real, aren't you?
Regrettably, it's fake. I wish it was real. I wish it was real. Next one is Snowmans.
Oh, that's nice.
Snowmans.
That's got to be real.
Yeah, that's a snowman made of ants, right?
It is,
Probably
yeah.
An ant-man. Snowmans. Yeah, I'm going to say that's real, yeah.
It is real. It came out in 2017. This movie focuses on a woman who falls in love with the latest version of her snowbow, i.e. the snowman she has built in her front yard every year since she was a kid. Bit creepy. When he comes to life and begins courting her. Snowman.
Snowbow.
So it's a Hot Frosty situation again.
Is a snowbow a snow hobo?
No, it's snow bow spelt B-E-A-U is in the French, as in my bow.
My bow.
My darling
With
bow.
a space. Snow bow.
Snow bow. Yes.
Snowbow.
Next one. Fur crazy. As in fir tree. Fur
F-I-R.
crazy.
It's a good pun.
Yeah. They're all puns. They're all fucking puns.
Maybe a Christmas tree, a fir tree, fell and on the door of the large country house, and they're stuck in together.
No.
And they have to get to know each other. It's real.
I'm going to say it's fake, but I hope it's real. I bet Peter's written a better story for that film than the one that actually exists.
It's real, and he has. This is from 2013. This is another movie about a Christmas tree lot and the people who fall in love with each other inside of it.
Okay.
That's it. That's all you get. Next one. North Pole dancing. North Pole dancing.
No.
Yes, I'm going to say that's real. I think you
Fake.
put a family-friendly spin on that, right?
Definitely could. But they haven't because it's not real, unfortunately.
Okay.
Again, lots of great ideas. If any execs are listening, we're big fans of the I Love You, Colonel Sanders KFC dating, whatever the hell it was called, the mini movie. I'm pretty sure we could write and direct and shoot one of these if we needed to. Just give us £1 million, thank you. Next one, the Mistletones. The Mistletones. It's in Tones. Mistletones.
A Christmas film that follows the escapades of a elderly choir group.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say real.
I think it's real. I don't think you would have come up with Mistletones. I think you'd have come up with something better, Ben.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. It is real. Yeah. It's from 2012. Yeah. A musical starring Tia Mowry, well known, as a lady trying to join a very, and then it says in parentheses, locally popular Christmas singing group.
Just to be clear, we're not talking national here.
No. People, they are not known. The Mistletones. Next one, A Christmas Prince 3, The Royal Baby.
I mean, that's got to be real. It implies the existence of 2 other Christmas Prince films.
It must be real. Yeah, I want to say that's fake. I don't think. Do Hallmark films get sequels, let alone threequels?
You wouldn't have thought so, would you?
No,
but this one did. This one did. There's 3 of these. The synopsis is the main reason I brought this, because I can't quite believe that they've, in just 2 movies, they've managed to get to this point. It came out in 2019. Amber of Aldovia is back with a Yuletide mystery to solve. This time, it is the question of who stole an ancient treaty between Aldovia and the Asian country of Penglia. If Amber...
Was it a Christmas treaty?
I don't know, but that's good. If Amber doesn't get to the bottom of this whodunit fast, and here's the kicker, her unborn child could be cursed forever.
Oh my God.
It's
just a light-hearted Christmas movie about cursing children.
What's this film called again?
A Christmas Prince 3, The Royal Baby.
Christmas Prince 3. Like this... Oh, it's princes in like the royal family.
Yeah.
Good God.
What, did you think it was like footprints?
I was expecting, like, I don't know. I forget that they're princes. I was expecting like an old-timey kind of tale, but no, it's modern prince.
No, it's modern, very modern. Well done, guys. Next one. Christmas Steve. Christmas Steve.
Oh, like Christmas Eve. That took me a while.
Yeah.
Christmas Steve.
Christmas Steve.
Real.
Oh.
I think that's one of the super recent ones. They're really scraping the bottom of the barrel for names.
Christmas Steve.
Christmas Steve.
I'll say that's fake.
Sadly, it's fake. I'd love to watch Christmas Steve. I just want to know what he's up to. It could just be about a guy having Christmas. Yeah. Got 2 more for you. 12 Dates of Christmas.
I mean, that's got to be real, surely.
Surely.
It is real. 2011.
I think I might have even heard of that one.
Kate, a young woman, is handed a unique chance by fate to relive her horrible Christmas date till she gets it right. Though initially scared, Kate accepts her fate and learns to live in the moment.
It's Groundhog Day.
It is.
Christmas.
Yeah. Pride, Prejudice, and Mistletoe.
Right, that's not even a pun.
No, it's not. It doesn't really make any sense, does it? They've just added another thing.
Added mistletoe to the end of Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah, or have I?
Or have you?
Or have I?
Indeed.
Have I done
that?
I don't think Hallmark has the budget for period dramas or sets or nice costumes. So I'm saying that's a fake one.
Fair. I'll say it's real.
It's real. It's from 2018. And you're right, Mikey. It's not a period piece because it says Darcy is a career woman who hasn't found love, but her life turns upside down when she returns home to help her mother plan a charity event.
Oh.
Darcy, as in Mr. Darcy.
Possibly, but she's a career woman this time.
Yeah.
And there we are. Oh, wait. Wow. I have a bonus one for you. Final curveball. Let's see who gets this right. Are you ready? Is this movie real or is this fake? A very chocolate grandma.
I want it to be real. I'm going to say real just out of pure hope.
Please, yes. This Christmas, I want chocolate grandma for Christmas.
I'm thrilled to say that it is in fact real. It comes out next year, and we're making it, boys. We're making a very chocolate grandma. Have you still got the details of the elderly lady who was in the cafe, Peter?
I don't, but I mean, probably when she sat down on that crate, she may not have got up again. It wasn't very ergonomic, so she may still be there. If you can find the cafe, we'll find the lady.
What if you go on Google Maps and you can see through the window and she's sat there? That'd be creepy. But so Very Chocolate Grandma is a real movie, and we're going to make it. And that is my thing. Well done, guys. I think I made my fake ones a bit too slutty, which was a bit of a giveaway.
Hoeing it.
Hoeing it up for Christmas. Yeah. North Pole dancing. Christmas Steve,
Christmas Steve was
Christmas Steve was a safer one
as well.
The reality is that they're just kind of shit. The names are just if you get too clever, it's too obvious. And that's what I'm saying about my effort. It was just too clever, too cerebral.
Yeah. Too good.
Too obvious. And that was
thinking outside the box. So all the Hallmark films about career women and Christmas romance. That's it.
Yep.
There's no breaking that formula.
That's it. And that's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Ben.
You're welcome.
And Peter, I'm looking at you. Could I get your listener submitted thing, please?
You can. This was sent to us from River on the Discord, and it's according to The Hollywood Reporter. Wicked Dolls, : Mattel apologizes for mistakenly linking to adult porn site on packaging. Subheading says, "We deeply regret this unfortunate error and are taking immediate action to remedy this. Parents are advised that the misprinted, incorrect website is not appropriate for children," the company said in a statement.
Yikes.
And this was written by Pamela McClintock and Danielle Directo Meston. Goodness me, what a name.
Good villain name. Directo.
Yeah. Wicked movie merchandising turned into a nightmare for Mattel over the weekend as news broke that a web address listed on the packaging for character dolls took consumers to an adult pornographic site. The toy company apologized later on Sunday. Mattel was aware of a misprint on the packaging of Mattel Wicked Collection dolls, primarily sold in the US, which intended to direct consumers to the official wickedmovie.com landing page, read a statement. "We deeply regret this unfortunate error and are taking immediate action to remedy this. Parents are advised the misprinted, incorrect website is not appropriate for children, and consumers who already have the product are advised to discard the product packaging or obscure the link and may contact Mattel customer service for further information." I don't know if it's going to say in this advert, but I think I heard about this at the time, and I believe the URL. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try it. Wicked.com.
I'm trying it as well, actually.
Cinematic and parody porn.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Do I click enter? This feels like I shouldn't be doing this.
There's one that's that looks like a Fast and Furious parody. It's called Just the Tip.
There's a one that I think is it Hunger Games, but it's just called The Hunger.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe it's not Hunger Games. I don't know.
There's a total lack of nudity on the homepage.
There's also a lack of good pun titles. I was hoping for indie, in dick and. Come on, man! I can't do it. It's not as easy as it. I thought it was easy.
You know what? Actually, they've done a great job.
In Dick, Annie Jones, and the great asshole.
That's it. Yeah, that's the one. There's someone in The Hunger called Tommy Pistol.
Oh, Tommy Pistol.
Yeah. Should I Google
These
them?
aren't parodies. None of these are. I don't know.
Tommy Pistol.
I'm not sure.
I think you've got to pay to see the good stuff, the parodies.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll continue with the article, shall I?
25 plus years of award-winning movies. That's pretty good, actually.
What awards?
Do you think hoeing it up for Christmas is on there?
Almost certainly, man.
North Pole dancing. By Sunday afternoon, the entire Mattel manufactured doll collection, which includes fashion dolls, singing figurines, and deluxe collectible models, was no longer available for sale at Target, one of the leading retail partners on the Universal movie. The Mattel-produced line with the incorrect website address is in the process of being pulled from shelves at Walmart, Macy's, Kohl's, Best Buy, DSW, Amazon, and other retailers. And then it sort of fills by saying that Wicked opens in theatres on November the 22nd, stars Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, I think. The character dolls being sold with the erroneous address include Grande's Glinda and Erivo's Elphaba. The products with misprinted websites have already popped up on eBay for $100 to $800.
Bloody hell.
The dolls normally retail for $24.99 to $39.99.
That's insane.
God. People are flipping them for $800 just because it's got a porn URL.
Like I'd pay money for it if it had like Pornhub.com written on the side of it, but no, it's wicked.com.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Oh, the article does actually specify at the bottom. It says the web address listed on the box is wicked.com instead of wickedmovie.com. When clicking on the first link, a page comes up requiring users to be 18 and older. Those who click enter land on a porn site promoting an upcoming porn movie titled Kenzie Loves Girls 2, that's from a venture calling itself Wicked Pictures. The Wicked.com domain name has been registered to its owner since 1994.
Whoa.
Wow, it's as old as me.
Yeah.
Can I please tell you Tommy Pistol's partial filmography? Because I think you'd really enjoy it.
I hope there's some good sex pun names in there this
They're
time.
really, you're gonna
Indiana Jones one.
You're gonna fucking love it. Some of them are kind of crap, like Taxi Driver, a XXX parody, right? But he's been in a movie called Tata's Under Siege, A Wet Dream on Elm Street.
Oh,
This one, I feel like I should save to the end because it just keeps going. But he's also been in Evil Head, playing Ashley Williams, like the Evil Dead. There's the XX Exorcist.
very good. That's good.
A personal favourite, Sponge Knob Square Nuts.
Oh, God. Square Nuts?
Square Nuts. He played Patrick Starr. I don't know if we've got a photo of him as Patrick Starr. Oh, that's the one that it's been memed a lot, actually. I've seen memes of this where it's obviously a porn parody. Suicide Squad XXX, an Axl Braun parody. The Gang Makes a Porno, which isn't it is
No
an
way.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia porn parody. He played a character called Gnarly, presumably Charlie, and he also starred as Horat in Horat: The Sexual Learnings of America for Make Benefit Beautiful Nation of Kazakhstan.
Very good.
Fucking Horat. Come on, man.
Horat.
He actually won Best Supporting Actor for The Gang Makes a Porno, so there you go.
There you go.
Oh, very good.
Yeah,
Happy for him.
really good. Best Actor for Evil Head. Fucking hell.
This is a movie.
Tommy
legend,
Pistol's
my God.
done really well for himself. I do want to know what he looked like in the Sponge Knob Square Nuts, though.
Sponge Knob.
Sponge.
Sponge
Knob.
knob.
Oh,
It's
wait,
the most impractical tackle you could ever take to a sex encounter. Your spongy
for
knob
fuck's
and your
sake.
square nuts. Jesus.
You would, yeah. You
Oh.
also wouldn't want a spongy knob if you worked in porn. You would have thought.
No, it doesn't really work.
that
That
is
photo is great.
rubbish. He hasn't won an award for this one though.
I wonder why.
Yeah,
Good God, that is
SpongeBob's terrifying.
horrifying.
I'll put that on the thread. Great. Well, that sucks about those Wicked dolls, huh?
But hey, we found a new favorite actor, so we've
Tommy
won.
Pistol. Get him on the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Peter, for sharing. You've all found a new favorite website tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Short
finish.
term, Mikey.
I'm going to take us out with my festive thing. I've done quite a lot of traditions and whatnot around the world, and this time I'm taking us to the distant land of Wales for a bizarre little Christmas tradition.
Wales.
Picture this. It's Christmas in Wales. The streets are dark and quiet, except for one unsettling sight. A skeletal horse draped in a white sheet, weaving its way between houses and pubs. The horse, known as Mary Lwyd, has a skull for a head, often decorated with ribbons and festive baubles, because nothing says Merry Christmas like accessorizing a dead horse.
Oh, yeah.
I think traditionally this would actually be made with like a boiled head of a horse. I think maybe modern times it's a little bit different. Maybe not, but I'm going to send a quick picture of a Mary Lwyd for you to look at. And you'll find out exactly why this creature comes knocking at your doors.
Oh, that's lovely.
I didn't know this was a Christmas thing. I've seen a photo of this before, but I assumed it was, if anything, a Halloween thing or something like that. But God, it's a Christmas thing.
He's a Christmas nuisance, to put it lightly. Sometimes its eyes glow eerily and its jaw snaps with an unnerving clack, clack, clack. So yeah, that's a lovely Christmas sight for the children to see. But this isn't just some rogue theatre group. This is a real tradition, and the horse is accompanied by a lively entourage that only makes things weirder. There's a smartly dressed leader, often wielding a stick or whip, colourful characters like Punch and Judy. That's right, the actual Punch and Judy. I assume these are puppets. I should have looked this up, but I don't know if it's humans dressed as Punch and Judy, or if it's just little puppets. But and then you got the merry men who join and follow the horse, playing hypnotic tunes on accordions and violins, dressed in ribbons and slashes and slashes, not that kind of thing, sashes, like they got lost on the way to a Mardi Gras parade. And so, yeah, that's the visual image. But what the hell does this horse and its gang do? Well, the group travels from door to door, stopping to sing for entry to the homes. And here's the catch. The householders aren't exactly thrilled about letting in a skeleton horse to romp around their living rooms with the rest of the chaotic crew. So thus begins a lyrical battle of wits, a kind of call and response exchange between the poor innocent bystanders in the house and this nightmare horse. So it begins with the horse singing a verse, asking, I've got the actual verses here, but basically it's like, may I please come in? I would like to come in. And then it's up to the house owners to sing back with creative excuses to keep them out.
Wow. That's cool.
Of course, yeah, it's cool, but imagine getting the knock on the door. It's like, oh, we've just put on dinner, and like,
I've got to deal with this now.
I've got to
legally.
The fucking horse is here.
I don't want you in my house. Please get away. You stink, and then you've got to do that.
It's like a rap battle. It's like 8 Mile happening on your doorstep.
Flighting.
So I'm gonna sing 2 verses, like example verses. I think it kind of changes. There's a few verses that are always the same, but obviously the homeowners' responses are up to them what they want to do. So Mary Lwyd's crew begins with, well, here we come, innocent friends, to ask leave to ask leave to ask leave to sing. I don't know the actual tune. I tried finding the tune, but it's all very whimsical, fluty stuff, and I couldn't find a beat in it. So you get that.
Right.
You get that in creative one. And so an example of a household response could be, go away, you old monkeys. Your breath stinks. Stop blathering. It's Christmas tide. And thus it repeats.
That's their reason. Your breath stinks.
Your breath stinks.
Pretty fair reason, yeah. The banter continues, escalating in cleverness and absurdity until someone, usually the household, runs out of ideas. And at that point, they have to let Mary Lwyd in and his friends inside the house. And thus the chaos really begins. Once through the door, the Mary Lwyd snaps its jaws at anything in sight, kids, adults, probably the family dog, and pretends to steal things. Judy might go on a manic cleaning spree. Punch taps doors and floors with his poker incessantly. All of this happening to the backdrop of lively music from the Merry Men, as if it's the most natural Christmas scene in the world. I think this is like the equivalent of that Christmas Grinch from a few years ago, except...
Yeah, I was going to say it's quite Grinch-like. Yeah.
This is the origins of the Christmas Grinch, except you didn't book it. It just turns up at your door and it doesn't leave. It's fun. But the price of peace, you may ask? Food and drink. The householders are obligated to offer snacks and ideally some ale to keep this motley crew happy. And once they've eaten, drunk and created sufficient mayhem, the Mary Lwyd and its entourage shuffle on to the next house, leaving behind a mixture of relief, amusement, and probably a few traumatized kids.
Are they drinking at every house?
Hell yeah, brother.
That horse will be on the floor by the
You
end.
don't think how much alcohol do you think it took to persuade Greg to get dressed up as the decapitated horse demon?
You just got to pray you're one of the early houses of the night, because if you hit at the end of the night, they're just genuinely breaking stuff and storming through. The tradition is said to bring luck to any houses it enters, but after that, you'd be forgiven for wondering if it's actually worth it. But this isn't just a one-night deal. Like, this isn't like, all right, it's Mary Lwyd night. It can make rounds any time, just before Christmas to the 12th night, January 5th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And in some places...
Just sitting down to actual Christmas dinner on the 25th. You get a knock at the door.
God, not again.
Please let us in. Please let us in. Do. He's back.
Just fuck off, slam the door. Done. But in some places... the horse won't just appear one night; he'll appear on multiple nights, sometimes to the same buildings.
That's not okay.
That's. I'm going to take one, but there's too much horse around now. Calm down. The origins of tradition are murky, which somehow makes it even better. Some say the Mary Lwyd is a relic of pagan rituals, with the horse symbolising fertility, power, or the cyclical renewal of life after winter. Others think it's a Christian invention, tying the name Mary to the Virgin Mary, or linking the skeletal horse to the donkey that carried her. Cute. There's even folklore about a mare searching for a place to give birth after being kicked out of the stable when Jesus arrived. I like that one. And there's the practical theory. The Mary Lwyd might just be an elaborate way to beg for food or drinks during the harsh winters. Nothing like showing up with a spooky horse skeleton to add a touch of menace to your caroling.
I like the idea that someone who wanted to beg for food and drink at Christmas decided, I know what I'll do. Like, there's no folklore background to it. They didn't have any story or reason. They just thought, I'm going to get a horse skull and turn up at someone's door and say, let me have some food or I won't go away. It would work, I guess.
All these rules do sound like they were made up by big Mary Lwyd. Like, it was just a prank, and then they said, oh, well, I heard it's good luck, and I heard that you've got to let them in and then let them drink all your stuff. Bollocks.
Yeah.
Bollocks.
Get out of here.
I wouldn't be opposed to it, but also, I don't know. I'd be terrified of every knock at the door. I don't think I'd even think of thinking a response. But all right, come in. Here's your ale. Get out.
Just give in immediately.
There you go. So everybody, watch your doors this Christmas if you hear knock.
There,
It could be the horse.
Yeah. Amazing. What does that conclude our things? Has everyone gone twice?
Yeah.
Yes, I've all gone twice.
Brilliant. Well, thus concludes another hugely successful year of Podiots. Thank you so much for listening and supporting us this year. We'll be back in the new year, and keep an eye on your socials to get involved. Make sure you go to podiots.com, get involved with Pod Squad as well. But before we promote Pod Squad once more, we've got a few things to plug. Please don't go anywhere just yet, because we'll give you a secret question at the end, and you want to stick around for that because it's the best bit.
Oh, yeah.
Mikey, I believe there's some kind of shop.
You're darn tootin'. If you head over to vidiotofficial.com and click on that lovely enticing shop button, you will be greeted with the usual mixture of merch that we've had and rotated through over the years, but also a brand spanking new design available in t-shirt and hoodie form. So do check it out. It's the new year. Treat yourself to some new clothes. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
That's vidiotofficial.com shop. Thank you.
On Instagram and TikTok, we are at vidiots.official. On YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Bluesky, we are Vidiots Official. All.com /
I forgot.
Vidiots Official.
Sorry,
All.com / Vidiots Official. We do post on Bluesky, and you can see the thread on there if you've fled Twitter because it's fucking awful. Fair enough. Also, you can go find our Discord at vidiotsofficial.com / Discord and go hang out with like-minded, lovely folks. Go wish them a Merry Christmas, assuming they celebrate, of course, and assuming you celebrate, of course. Thank you to Tommy and Fleckers for modding us over there. Twitch.tv / Vidiots Official is our relatively dusty Twitch channel. We have just streamed on it, and we will endeavour to return to that in the new year at some point. But go give that a follow, and you will be notified when we go live on things, which is very handy. Podiots.com. If you go there, donate £3 or more, you get a shout out at the beginning and the end of the next episode of Podiots. You join Pod Squad, you support us in what we do. Thank you so much to everybody who has been a member of Pod Squad in 2024. We literally could not do this without you. So thank you very much indeed. Mikey, can you kick us off for the final time this year?
This year. I was waiting for that. We begin with the generous Festive Bumpus, Anonymous, Bravey Gay, Corrosion wants petrol for Xmas, Podiots presents North Korea, Caroline, Why is there cool, Donak07, and Yule Frogley.
We've also got Caroline, the turkey is dry, Merry Christ Mr. Black, Stephen Skodes, Peter gets hit by a sleigh, Old Greg loves Santa, Kerry Mristman Freddy, Lord Chris Kintovich, and Mr. Blobby's Sloppy Nobby.
Finally, we have Anonymous, the very generous Prince Beefcakes, Mikey Johnson's Plop Trumps, I Saw Mommy Shid on Santa Claus, the very generous Hetty Bo Betty, Mr. Macca, Anonymous, Chegg Winter Wonkaland, and Fiddle the Dickle until Coombe. Thank you very much, Pod Squad. Podiots.com/nothing. It's just Podiots.com. £3 or more to get a shout out at the beginning and the end of the next episode of Podiots. Thank you, everybody. What were the how are we doing this now, Peter? What were the highlights of what came out on Vidiots 6 years ago this month?
This month, yes. So a few highlights. We had some Worst Games Ever episodes, including Xena Warrior Princess, Spice World, Mr. Bean, and Santa Claus Saves the Earth. I think that was the last one we did on Vidiots. We also did the finale of Post Some Tat. That was on the 19th of December. There were various live streams. And the Tell Your Friends montage also came out in December. And the very last thing we did on the 31st of December was the What's in the Case Portal Goblin face reveal video.
Leave him out of it.
Leave him out of it.
We haven't. 6 years later, we sent him some money.
He's still in it.
You know what? He's not fucking helping himself. Ashton put it very concisely, I think, earlier this week when we were talking about Dave Benson Phillips at work, because of course we were. That he creeps her out because he's like actively being kind of upsetting and weird on his social media in an effort to like gain some traction, and it's actually just kind of frightening. He needs to.
He can't be a children's TV.
No, he can't. He literally cannot. He needs to tone it down. Whereas us, we can go on kids' TV for some reason. So that's fine. Incredible, Mikey. Whereabouts are you on the internet, please?
Parrot Boy on Instagram and Bluesky. Go check him out.
Ooh.
Social media.
And Peter, where are we?
You can find us at that Peter Austin and at confused_dude on various social media platforms. And you can find us together at Team Triple Jump on YouTube and Twitch primarily, where we are putting out videos and doing live streams, all video game related. And you can even see characters like Rules Boss over there as well, and Billy Ray Walrus.
Still kicking. And why not leave us a 5-star review on your platform of choice? It helps. Something to do with Al Gore's rhythms. Thank you very much indeed, everybody. Does anybody have a final question before we disappear off into the sunset for 2024?
I don't know if anyone has had a weird Christmas dinner, because I don't think any of us really came up with a good answer for that. I mean, Mikey, you said you had a curry. That was on Christmas Day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty weird. But did anyone else have a weird Christmas dinner at any time? I want to hear about your weirdest Christmas dinner.
Tell us. Yeah. Sound off. Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. Well, a very safe Christmas and New Year to everybody. Please be healthy and happy and be good to one another. And if you do not celebrate Christmas, we hope you have a restful, festive period across the next couple of weeks or so. And we'll see you in the new year. You guys got anything you want to say before we disappear?
Just thank you. Thanks
for listening. Yeah. Merry Christmas, one and all. We love you lots.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.